All right. What's up, fantastics, and welcome to today's live stream. It's October 1st, actually, and good to see you guys here again. And we're gonna actually do a little bit different live stream here. We're actually gonna implement like a video topic also here. Let me just adjust the levels a little bit. So, and I see you can probably, well, if you saw from the topic, it's not like a really fun topic because usually I do like kind of like fun videos, I think. But here today, I want to talk a little bit like about bullying in Finland, and because I've been bullied actually quite badly in the school when I was at school. All right, and we have some friendly faces. What's up, guys? How are you doing? We got Mikko, we got Cassandra, Meates here again, awesome. Andrew, Blitzmaster quit TBH. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about the topic and also tell a little bit about my childhood in this video. And you can write some comments while you're listening. And after I've done, I'm gonna pick up your questions, and I also wanna engage you in the topic too as well. Right. Seleni moi. Okay, we got some nice people here. Like always, awesome. Let me open just my notes here. Yeah, so and while you're listening to the topic, I would like to also hear like if you've experienced bullying when you were like little in school, or have you been bullied yourself, or bullied or witnessed? Would be like awesome to hear some stuff about you. Right. So, like the Finnish about the bullying in Finland, like it is actually kind of like a problem because like every once in a while when I'm scrolling news on the internet, there always, or let's say always, but often pops up like articles about bullying. And yeah, it is somewhat, well, I don't know if it's a big problem, but it's definitely a problem in Finland, and probably in your on other countries as well, not just Finland. But it's a really unfortunate thing to become bullied uh, at school, usually by some annoying dudes or girls too. So yeah, okay. Let me tell you a little bit my school. So the school system in Finland works that there's like you go to school at the age of 7. Usually, is it 7? I think it's 7. Yeah, or 6. Oh my God, which one is it again? I think it's 7. You can fix me if I'm saying wrong. Okay, but yeah, like the first 2 grades when I was in school was kind of okay. Like there was not the big problems, but um, when I went to the 3rd grade, I actually switched to another school for because I wanted to take this mathematic oriented kind of like school. That's what my parents wanted, and that was a really good choice, I think. And yeah, so I was like a really normal kid. I wasn't really special at all, and I wasn't tall at that time. Actually, I became tall much later. I just did school well, and I was into video games, as like many boys at that time. And yeah, but the bullying started around when I was around 3 or 4 years old. No, 3rd or 4th grade. I was around 10, 11, 12 years old, like that time. And yeah, well, it's kind of stupid. Like I was when I was a kid, I wasn't really like kind of matured boy, and I think that's like makes sense because we are not boys are boys, and I was just like a funny little kid. But the thing, what I was told at least, that I had this really annoying kind of habit of like how would I say, like spanking other people's in the butt, like just like doing that like without any specific reason. And like some people think it was weird, and I was just like a you know like a kid who was doing kind of silly stuff. I didn't have any like sexual meaning or like you know purpose in that kind of stuff. But yeah, it was just something that something like really silly stuff I was doing there. And yeah, but of course I stopped it at that time. But the other people kind of still started to make fun of me and started to keep making jokes about me that I was gay. And obviously I wasn't gay, and the bad stuff that I was doing at that time, I didn't have any that kind of like goal, like I just said. But that was the really start of the thing, and it kept going quite a while, and like it was really really annoying because obviously well, like when I got older, I started to like girls, obviously, and and the thing also was that I was quite good at school. Like I got nice grades and stuff, but the thing is that especially in Finland, I think like usually the students or the kids who get better grades, who are good at school, get bullied much more easily, and that's really annoying in my opinion. And yeah, I don't really know why. I think there's like things like jealousy or that kind of stuff. What do you think? It would be awesome to hear your thoughts on the topic as well. And yeah, I remember once I got like we had like a presentation, and my teacher said like, "Oh man, that was like the perfect or like really good presentation." I was like doing like yeah, and the other like the people who bullied me like look at him like he's again like you know like doing celebrating his success. And I think that's kind of like a really Finnish thing that like if you celebrate of your success, that people something that some people might think that you're kind of like bragging yourself. I don't really know if you think the same, but that's something that I think is like a really Finnish thing, that if you are like celebrating expressively, people think it's a right annoying stuff there. Yeah. And actually, yeah, so the first level of school ends to the sixth grade. I was like 14 years old, and then we went to then the grades, the classes from sixth to ninth grade is like the upper level. And luckily, my parents were also like really much helping me out with this because well, my mom is a teacher and she probably knows what bullying is. And my that was actually a really fun case because my mom uh, like was like comforting me, and because sometimes I even like cried at home because it was just too much for me. So so my mom actually went to those to the home of those kids who were like bullying me and teasing me. And um, my yeah, one of the kids actually came to my place crying with his parents because like their parents had been really angry for their kid because they know that their son had been bullying me, and he came back to my place crying and apologizing me. So that was really um, really kind of, well, I would say interesting stuff. Yeah, shout out to my mom if she ever watches this video. And yeah, what could be the reasons? It's really annoying, and I don't what and I'm really interested to hear if bullying happens in also the other countries, because there might be other people from around the world watching. Let me know in the comments. I'll check the comments later. So after this I went to this it like the middle school, or what's the this like the second grade, the 6 to 9. And actually it got a little bit worse there because that's the time when we entered puberty, murrosikä. So, and there was other, like most of the people from the previous classes followed me to the same school, and there were some other new people, and there was like few really annoying people there who it got even actually worse. Like there was even like some physical stuff. There was this really annoying dude who used to slap me in the face, like not all the times, but just because he thought it was funny. Like really, junior high. Yeah, thanks, Psycho, for pointing out that. Yeah, and there's a really annoying way that actually they did this to other people do that. Like if let's say I'm standing here and one guy went on his force, like on the force, like kontille behind me, and then another guy pushed me, so I would like fall on the other guy's back, and like that was like people thought it was really funny and stuff. Yeah, so that was really annoying. And actually, yeah, like I'm not saying that I wasn't bullying anyone else, but I was also, there's like some kind of this, you know, small like you're making funny of others. That kind of stuff happens all the time, and I can say that I did that as well, but I didn't systematically bully anyone, at least. uh, yeah, so this was, and my grades were also quite good also in that case. And yeah, I think that was also one part of the reason why kind of people were doing that to me. And but actually, I wasn't at the junior high. I wasn't the only one. Actually, there was even one teacher. She was teaching us like Finnish, yeah. And she was that kind of teacher that didn't have really much authority, and she was kind of small, also like a kind of small as a person. And what if I just say like really honestly, that type of person who might get picked on easily. So the students were just like didn't really care any nothing, didn't give a shit about what the teacher was saying. And like it was just like a jungle there, to be honest. And I think she was like okay teacher, but she just couldn't control it. And I felt really bad for her also, because well, I knew kind of knew what how it was, because I was being bullied too. Yeah. So but how is it, have you been teased? Let me know. Let's see if, or have you witnessed like bullying, or someone being bullied? And what's the thing? Because many people also say that if you see someone being bullied, and if you go tell to the teacher, then you might get bullied for yourself, because you kind of did the snitching, vasikoida, kannella. Niin if you do that, then you get like blown out yourself, and that's really annoying, in my opinion. And like the thing is that if you're kind of taking part to the bullying, you also might get this like a feeling that you're like part of the bigger group, because there might be sometimes groups of people doing the bullying, and if you don't do as the group says, then you get left out. That's really annoying. But luckily the bullying actually kind of stopped right after I graduated from junior high and went to like the high school, or say that, I think it's high school, lukio. And what was I supposed to? Yeah, and because all my good friends were actually in that school, and none of the bullies were actually following me to that school. Because after the basic school, you can choose to go either vocational school to get like a study like a profession, or the high school, which prepares you for the university. So I went to the high school, and a lot of my good friends were there. And I was like kind of, I was happy, because that means that meant that no more bullying. Well, there was a little bit like teasing and that kind of small stuff, but that's it. And I was really happy, because now I felt like I could do just focus on the stuff that I wanted to do. Yes, I was bullied for majority elementary school, both emotional, physical. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's really annoying. Actually, like sometimes when I've been listening to some success stories of like some really successful people, most of them actually have said that they have been bullied. And that's really interesting, that uh, like when they were kid and at school, like they got picked on, but after they got past it, make advancements in the life, they actually made really good success. Yep, since like 8 years, I was happy, open kid. I wanted to be a friend with anyone, but there were three kids which were always waiting what I say wrong, and they'd make fun of me. Okay, I'm really sorry to hear about that. Problem with the bullying is that spreads very easily. I was bullied when I was younger, and after that, I bullied other people, and people still bullied me. Yeah, yeah, and really affects your confidence. Actually, I'm about to say some few about about some stuff about confidence after this. So, voit puhua japanin kunsta siinä. Otetaan Japania vaikka lopuksi sitten, niin. Ja jos enkku ei onnistu, niin no tässä voit opetella englantia samalla ja kuunnella englantia. Okay, thanks for the comments. We can barely hear you, really? Okay, let's see. Let's put a little bit more volume. Can you hear me now better? What's the problem? Are we still online? Just making sure that you can hear hear me all well? Yeah, okay. Just let me know if you can hear me correctly. I thought they were just stupid, but I was bullying, and I don't believe anyone. I'm 18 years old, and I don't feel good because of yeah, they're just stupid. It got so bad I had to go to school. Okay, I'm well. I'm really glad that you're sharing these stories because yeah, and it seems that it happens like not also in Finland. But the thing is that like some people don't just accept that we are different. For example, someone if someone is a little bit overweight, like it's likely that they might get bullied. And the thing is just like they don't kind of know how to accept the fact that someone's just different. And yeah, well, there could be a lot of reasons. I don't know why that happens. Is it is it if it's the parents' fault or is it the environment the kid has been growing up, or there could be a lot of reasons there. Yeah, and I think also the problem is that bullying is really hard to control. Like the teachers can't see anything, and I think the threshold of going to tell about the bullying is difficult. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the awesome comments so far. Keep up the good stuff. And about the confidence, yeah, Ilmari mentioned about the confidence, and I think even if I had got over the bullying and stuff, but kind of the damage was already done because um, I felt like I was really lost my confidence and self-esteem, or maybe I would say that didn't manage to develop my confidence because, especially the problem was because I was being called gay. So, and especially the problem was, when we got into puberty, got a little bit older, and when you are supposed to start to get interested in girls or boys, well, or whatever you're interested in. I'm not gonna make any categorization for that. But obviously, I was into girls more. But because I had always been saying that I just like into guys and doing like the guys, then I kind of really had zero confidence, like especially with girls. And well, I was like around 17 years old, and well, we are obviously when we are younger, we don't it's like it makes sense that we are not so confident, but I felt like really shy, and I thought it was like a really big problem. And I didn't have a girlfriend, even a first girlfriend, until I got was 18. And actually, well, the good thing is that um, like for the actually I met my first girlfriend in the high school, and actually it was kind of a little bit lucky, but I actually also managed to it was because I took action there. Just like I can tell you it's a fun story here. So we had an English class, a new English class, and I usually sit my good friend I was sitting with my good friend in every class, but I came late for that first class, and another friend had took the place next to my good friend. And then there was this girl who had no pair, and then I was like, okay, maybe I should go sit with her. And then I was like, oh my heart was like going like boom, 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 because I had never been actually like good with girls and stuff, and we talked a little bit, and I remember after the class, like after the school, she was getting her jacket from the place, and I had the courage to ask for her messenger. If you know messenger, please let me know in the comments, like the old messe or messenger, like really old chat service, and that was a really nice boost for my confidence. But I was really shy, and also after that, I was really shy about myself, and I kind of blame mostly it because of the bullying that I had to experience for quite many years. So let's read a few comments. When I got followed committing suicide because I would hardly enter decent friends and teachers wouldn't care. I was so hard. Oops, I need to go. I need to go here to see the comments. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry to hear, Andrew, but I hope you are getting better there. Yeah, I feel a little bit odd that so many successful people were bullied in elementary school and junior high. Like it's great that people can enjoy success, but it's still quite interesting. Yeah, are we just like so jealous of other people? I don't know. Even now, people say I have a real false esteem in high school. Okay, but yeah, actually, yeah. Well, I can. I think I'm gonna say a few things about that too in a sec. I got bullied in primary to 6 to 12 years old. Only emotionally though. It all started after the only friend I had turned against me, so I was too afraid to join the rest of the class on the playgrounds. And says, okay, I see. Thanks for sharing. Chapter this. I remember. I agree that it might affect your self-confidence, though. I guess it makes bullies empowered to get over weaker. Oh, Anna, what's up, Anna? Shout out. Anna is my YouTuber friend from Finland. If you're into makeup, you can go check her channel out. She makes good videos too. I think many bullies have the problems themselves and try to put others down to make themselves feel better. Yeah, okay. I think this is actually really good. I did some research or like just checking a few stuff from the internet and like for to find any reasons for the bullying. And I think like the bullies just try to get some attention and gain status by like crushing or like picking on the weaker ones. But what kind? Who wants that kind of title of being a bully? Like, well, maybe if you're just like a less than a 15 years age old, it might feel like cool. But yeah, like not in the long run, definitely. Definitely, it's like really annoying and but yeah, it's really hard to like bullying is such a like a hidden problem. It's like really hard to start to solve it because there's so many things affecting and it's has so many kind of how to say forms of there are so many different forms of bullying like on WhatsApp. I read many have read many articles that people or kids are teasing each other on WhatsApp. That's really difficult to control because it's on the messages and stuff and everything. Yeah, but actually, yeah, like, and after the high school, I went to the army, and like I had my girlfriend, one girlfriend, and but we didn't end up. Well, we were together for like a year, and she was a nice person, but we just um, didn't kind of get along, or there was some things that just didn't work out and stuff. And after the Lukio or high school, I went to the army. And because we have to do army in Finland for like at least 6 months, but I did 1 year actually. And well, this is kind of like a just a small thing I want to tell you that, like in the army, because it's just mainly for guys. There are some girls too, but not where I was serving. And sometimes when we were in the what do you call tupa, so we were at our own rooms, and we guys were like doing guys talk, and there were like some guys who were telling like they have so many like success with women, and like so many girlfriends and stuff, and like and I was actually a little bit older. I was 21 or around 20, and some of the people were a little bit younger. And I was like, those guys are like so confident. Like I feel like I felt really bad because well, I'm not saying that life is more successful the more success you have with the opposite sex, but that's something I felt like as a man. And again, I felt like I was missing out because I was bullied in the past. Okay, let's read a few comments here. I get very shy and nervous around people, especially since I have anxiety. I'm worried they will talk behind my back and look sometimes happen. Okay, thanks for sharing, Andrew. Clara from during high school. Oh, Clara, what's up, Clara? Clara is always commenting on my videos. During high school, I felt a little bit like an outsider. I don't know why, and to make it worse, my two best friends was going to different high school. We were still living in the same town. Okay, right. Well, actually, that's what happened to me. Like after I got past the bullying school, let's say bullying school, I went to the other school where my good friends all were. So that was really good. Yeah. Okay. So, but yeah, in the army, I wasn't really confident there. But yeah, actually, then something happened. Like when after I finished the army, I had a university place or admission in University of Jyväskylä. And at this time, there was of course no more bullying. Actually I had gotten over it, and I didn't feel any anxiety. But the problem was that I had lost my confidence. Like I didn't believe in myself, and yeah, I wasn't trusting myself. That's the thing. But then when I moved to my own place and to start like an independent life, and then I actually realized like actually that's like confidence and like social skills and everything, that it can be all learned. Yeah, actually realized that it can be learned. And so that was actually really kind of like a ta-da, or like bulb head popping up there, because I realized that actually I didn't have to stay like as a shy person. And I kind of realized that I was kind of like a little bit introverted, but I can be still social and more like confident in myself. And then I just actually started to practice by talking to people. And one really important realization I had is that it doesn't matter what other people think about you, but you should still respect what they say. So if someone says like, what do you think you're doing? Well, and then the old me would say like I'm sorry, I'm just trying to I wasn't standing for myself. But now, like, if so, what do you think you're doing? Then I'm just doing my stuff, like, and I'm enjoying it. I don't care what you say. Like, that was the mindset that I started to adapt from when I went to school. And I also want to let you guys know that if you feel a bit shy and not so confident about yourself, that's okay. And you can actually learn to get better at that if you want. Okay, a little bit cooling now. Let's read some comments here. Visuri, hello, miten menee? Kiitos, hyvin menee. Rockabilly, terve, moro moro. Saikka sanoo, if there's something good that's come out of it, that I've become mentally stronger. Also know I'm able to recognize bullies or who are toxic in general. Yeah, well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, isn't that right? Yeah. Freaking ads. Are there ads running? Okay, I'm sorry about if that's the thing. And are able to recognize actual bullying from just friendly teasing. Yeah, actually, yeah, we actually have in Finnish we have a phrase that which goes vittuilu on välittämistä, and like this a little bit kind of swear words here, but vittuilu is like, I think if you translate it to English, like you're like fucking with someone, not like having sex, but like you're teasing and you kind of picking on, but in a way that you would do with your good friends. Like, for example, if you see your friends like, "What's up, motherfucker?" You're not insulting him, but you're just doing it to mean that you're actually a good friend in that way. Uh, I'm scared to meet new people because I was bullied. Okay, well that was kind of the same I had, and especially like in my case it was with girls, because I there was like a lot of girls I saw that I would like to go talk to and stuff, but I didn't believe in myself, and I was scared. But actually that's also something that can be practiced, like talking to girls or talking to people. Like some people might think like, is that like your pickup artist stuff and stuff, but well, it's not about, well, some people might think it's pickup artist stuff, but it's just like learning how to be social and confident around people. Isn't that right? And that everyone can learn, both boys and girls. It's very inspirational to hear you talking about this, since you seem so confident now. Okay, thanks, Anna. Well, I just want to say, like, the reason why I want to make this video is that you can actually grow and become more social, more confident, and like more, how would I say, improve yourself. Because I was kind of like a really small, like mentally small, really small comfort zone, or how would you say, really big, it's big. Well, I was inside my comfort zone. I didn't have courage to try new things. But yeah, after I made this small little change, that like I started to accept myself. Actually, yeah, there's one really good story I want to tell. It just came to my mind. I was at a nightclub once in Jyväskylä. It was a student party, and I was about to leave the place. I was at the cloakroom. Cloakroom is Narikka. Yeah, so I was at the jacket where you get the jackets, and yeah, I remember I was sitting there. I was waiting for my friend or something, and then like one girl came to me and said like, uh, she said to me like, "Can you hold my jacket for a sec?" And I said, then I said something like, "Yeah, well, that's well, it's really hard to translate from Finnish to English, but basically what I was saying like, yeah, well, I don't, well, I guess that's all I can do. Like, I'm just like like a dude." And then she said like, "Well, look at you, you're just like a small like you're just like a pussy, or like you're just a wimp." And then like something snapped in my head actually, and I was like, "Damn, like I don't have to bear that kind of shit." And from that point, I started to kind of accept myself. And if someone said like something negative about me, then I normally I would say like, "I'm sorry," but after that point, I said, "Well, that's just how I am. That's just how I am." And that's also what I you want to tell, that just be proud of yourself, not brag, but just like be proud of yourself and what you are, because we're all unique, we're all different, and there's no other Alex or no other Saeka or no other Meate or no other Anna L. We're all like kind of unique, and I want to keep remind you. I want you to remember that. Okay, let's read some comments. "I never talk to anybody, but some of your videos make me smile." Okay, that's good. And well, you don't have to actually talk to people. Like it's not the thing that we have to do, but I would definitely say it makes our lives a lot more fun when you encounter some new people. Because like meeting new people, there's like at least good two good things. One is that you can start creating networks. You can make friends, maybe business colleagues, or even find like a potential dating partner, obviously. And two, is that you can always learn something new from that new person when you're getting to know each other, and because he or she might be completely different and she has a story to tell. We all of all of us, we have, every one of us has a story to tell. Remember that. Good advice. Standing up for myself actually helped me into school. Nice. Yeah, rockabilly. Clara from, and by the way, hello from Greece for a week. Oh, that's nice. I've been to Greece once as I was actually 15 or something. That's a really long time ago. Ehdote Suomi perkele. Perkele. May I have to go now. Be strong and have a nice day. You too, Maya. Stay fantastic. Like saying, well, that's good for. Yeah, something like that. I had always that kind of mindset. No, like whatever I was doing, but from that point of view, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not I'm better than that. And then I started to believe in myself. And yeah, what kind of example can I get? Do I have a, like I just get like some examples from like girls, like sometimes when I was talking to some girl, and um, I think she said something about like my hair, because well, I have like curly hair, and for some reason she didn't like my hair or something. Well, I don't know why, because usually girls like curly hairs, but she said like, "I don't like your hair." Well, then I just said like, "Well, that's your loss," that kind of thing. So I managed to build, like, I was accepting how I was. Maybe I'm repeating myself too much here. Okay. I think people need to recognize that bullying is a very big social phenomenon. Yeah, that's right. Reasons why it happens and the reasons behind it, if you can see them, it really helps the issue. Yeah, right. A really good point from Ilmari. But yeah, I think it's not an easy thing. And yeah, as I said, like bullying happens like I think everywhere in the world, like Finland, Sweden, even in Japan. I've heard some stuff. Action of bullying is just the pinnacle of the iceberg. Yeah, I think that's a really good point from Ilmari. Exactly, it's so important to believe in yourself and accept yourself as you are. You don't need to please anyone else. Yeah, that's good words from Anna too. It's the second time here in Greece you fit curly hair. Ah, okay, nice. Thanks, Clara. Yeah, and actually, let me also tell you like what awesome stuff has happened to me after I become like start believing in myself. Like for example, there was like under my first year at TUT, like I'm actually from the after I studied 1 year in Jyväskylä, I changed to TUT, my current university, and there was like a trip to Serbia for first year students in my degree program, and faculty would pay like the tickets and stuff, and there was like only two students would get, and like I think my old self wouldn't have had the confidence to try and like go for it and seeing what happens. But because I had actually started to believe in myself, I just said like, what's the problem? Like, what would I lose? What would I lose there? And yeah, what did I have to lose? Because it didn't cost anything to apply, and I eventually made it, and I got to Serbia for like a 1 week trip for free, and we had like a really nice mountain hotel resort, and we did some awesome good stuff there. And I had made a lot of good new friends there, just because I just wanted to see what happens. Yeah, and also this YouTube stuff is one result of that because well, you if you watch my one of my recent videos, you know how I got into YouTube, but uh, I got this kind of confidence to start new things, trying out new things, because I didn't really know like what was my thing there, and I'm not sure if I still know it. But yeah, that's the thing. And even I went to Japan for exchange all the way. Like Japan is a really different, culture. But I had the courage to try and wanted to experience something crazy and do things a little bit differently, like the others. That's the thing, because the problem also is that if you want to try things differently, then you a really a really common thing that pops to our heads is like, what other people will think if I do this thing. Especially it's a little bit like public thing, and like when I was publishing my first YouTube video, I was like thinking like, okay, what are other gonna people think say and think about this when I'm gonna post a video where I'm calling some random girl's parents in shopping malls and asking them out. Yeah, but it's been worth it. And every time sometimes we get negative comments, but I was like, fuck you, I don't care. Okay, rant, hashtag rant, alright. Hey son, slem Esperanto, help me, and especially Esperantist. Okay, alright, well, we got a little bit carried away from the bullying, but you know what, I just want to tell you, like, how can we actually all develop from just being like a bullied person to a like a, let's say, outgoing outgoing person. Well, I don't want to brag myself, but I just want to say that I was really shy, didn't try new things, was just playing video games. But now I'm actually trying. I have done really awesome things, been a lot of doing a lot of brave things, and had a lot of fun in my life too. And that's what I also want to do. That Joe America says fuck bullies. Yeah, exactly. Okay, awesome. Good stuff. And thanks everyone for sharing awesome thoughts so far. Well, I don't want to say I'm happy to hear that you have similar experiences, but I'm happy that you are sharing these experiences with us. And like, well, let's say if we still just talk about Finland, and let's say if you're like a international person and you want to maybe move to Finland, you maybe want to have kids here, and your kids maybe start to go to school here, is it likely that your kids might get bullied? Well, it could be yes or no. There's a lot of reasons, and the bullying varies between school to school, and maybe also from city to city. There's a lot of different factors that we can't really affect, unfortunately. I think what helped me against bullying was that I was good at trash talking. Well, yeah, I guess so. And like when I look in retrospect, when I look at this matter, the problem that the problem was that when I was bullied, the bullies noticed that I put up my defense, and I made it mattered to me. Like I was caring what they said, but if I would just be like, like just shut up, I don't really care. then they probably would have stopped because they probably would have noticed that it doesn't work. Like if that thing would happen now, then it's like fuck you, I don't care. But I wasn't as strong back then, you know. Right. In Finland we have a lot of bullies. Yeah. I think it is true. I don't deny it. Yeah, bullying is definitely a problem, somewhat problem. Well, I don't want to make this too much too political thing, but it's just bullying was one thing that made like a huge impact on my childhood. Unfortunately, a negative one, negative impact. And I was good at. I was just doing what I was thought I was supposed to do. You know, get take care of my school, do my homework, get good grades. But usually the better grades I got, the more I was bullied and stuff. But yeah, okay, okay. We can take a few more questions if you have. Let me know if you want to. It can be also on some other stuff. Doesn't have to be on bullying, especially. I was once bullied, so I defended myself. Got my ass kicked, but my oh shit, but they never bothered again. Okay, well that's. I'm sorry to hear hear that, but well, I'm glad that they managed to get you they stopped doing that. So yeah, okay. So if we have more comments here? There's might be some when I was talking to you because I wasn't paying attention. Let me see. I think I've read all of these. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Oh shit. Sorry. Let me just try to get this right. Did you have friends even if you were bullied? I did have friends, but actually most of my friends were in another school during that time. I had like few good friends that I was like kind of like bonding. You know, you got really well to get along and stuff. But uh, yeah, that's the thing because I didn't have like my own kind of homies and bros at my school where I was going. So that was really a bit. I wasn't able to defend myself there with even my friends. Next year, I want to start studying linguistics and Baltistics, and so Finnish and Lithuanian. Any idea what I could do after that? For example, how to use Finnish language? I'm from Czech Republic, by the way. Okay, awesome. Shout out to Czech Republic. Yeah, well, I think it's always important to ask yourself, like, how can I make money with this? Like, the problem maybe nowadays is that people want to get a degree, but the question is, like, how can I make money with this? It's not important to have like a university degree, but more like how to make money and how to live, make yourself a living. Uh, linguistics and Baltistics. Well, it depends what you can want to do. Well, you could be maybe get like a teacher's a competence, maybe Finnish language. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I can't really come up with anything right on the spot. Yeah. Okay. It seems we don't have any questions anymore. Okay, but yeah, let me just check if I had any more any more stuff at the notes. Okay, I think this is all I wanted to say about this topic. But my point is again that if you've been like, I don't know if there's anyone who's currently being bullied. That would be really really sad to hear. But if you are just, if it's possible, try to ignore them. Find some people who are just like, how would I say, like, well, I can just say like find friends because it could be difficult, but just don't. Yeah, okay. This is what I want to say. Don't just like don't make like, how would I say, do something about it. And what I mean by that is go to talk to your parents, talk to your teachers. I think they will be hopefully can help you out there. and well, depending if you are shy or if you don't have a little bit anxiety with people, it's just that you can learn how to be more social. And there's actually a lot of YouTube channels teaching you that. And yeah, with for free, you can just, well, because YouTube channels are for free, you can learn confidence, you can learn social skills, you can learn like public speaking, stuff like that. Okay, Ilmari Reima sanoo, I don't know if it's just me, but more emotional persons get bullied more because bullies know they can get to you. Okay, exactly. This is what I think I had the problem. But if you can find something you're good at, you can show them what you're made of. And nice, uh, how the what kind of emoji is that? Sunglass emoji. Really good points from Ilmari today. Hyviä pointteja. Linguistics majors are basically translators or teachers. Yeah, I think that's the true. Well, you have to think about it if that's what you want to do, because or if you want to find like a proper or like another way to earn money. They are pain in the ass. One of my friends, fourth grade, I can feel myself around. Okay, I don't think the teachers or administration staff can do anything unless it gets violent. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the problem. In some places, it doesn't help, but at least you can try. Like, don't just like you don't have to bear the burden by yourself. Uh, uh, uh. Kind of how funny I became really good friends with my bullies. Well, I guess that can happen too. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. I think what this makes dealing with bullies so difficult. Yeah. Okay. All right. EHT, is Tampere a nice place to move? Well, I would say so. Tampere is uh, it's lively city. It's there's I think it's the second biggest kind of area. Lots of nice places to see, especially in the summer. Lively city. I'm really repeating myself, and it's like it's not a boring place, and I think there should be a lot of good jobs here as well. Okay, I think we can wrap up today's live stream here. I think we also got a little bit too far with the not just bullying, but also talking a little bit about confidence and stuff. But yeah, I think it's important because we can every one of us can develop confidence and you know make invest in ourselves. So that is really good. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up today's show here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for a lot of awesome comments from everyone. That was really glad to hear um, about your experiences and thoughts about this topic. And yeah, well, this is my first time also doing this kind of like a live stream video, like a proper video where I'm actually talking about some topic. And let me know in the comments if you would like to see more of this. Maybe next time we can pick a little bit a more positive topic, let's say. But I wanted to bring this to you, like I said, that you can get to know me a little bit better and know like how it was for me to be uh, when I was back in the school. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I think let's wrap this up here. Thanks once more for all your fantastic comments and commentary. And we'll see you next time on Tuesday's video. Thanks for tuning in and see you on moro. Stop streaming.